Hi everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. And today I thought I would rank all of Ruth Ware's books for you guys. I fell absolutely in love with Ruth Ware's writing last year, and I've really enjoyed all of her thrillers. I love the way that she writes them. I think her style is really engaging, and that she is very good at creating a viable plot twist. So I've seen a lot of people asking where to start with her, and I just thought this might be a good little guide for you guys. I am in no way saying that any of these books are bad, so just because they might be ranked lower on my list, please don't take that as me hating on your favorite book or something. It just means that I like the other ones a little bit better, but I do enjoy all of her work. Ruth Ware has written 5 thrillers so far. She's got another one coming out later this year that I am very excited for. But in the meantime, let's just jump right on into this list. In the number 5 slot, I chose The Lying Game. This is a story about a group of women who are scattered throughout the country. This is set in England, and they all went to a private girls' boarding school together, and they had created this game called The Lying Game, which is just what it sounds like. They would try to trick people into believing certain things, and depending on how elaborate the lie was or whatever, then they would get points to see who is the ultimate trickster, I guess you could say. As adults, they've scattered far and wide, and they still always come together if one of them says that they need the others. And in this instance, all of the girls get a message from Kate, who was basically the leader of the group, stating, "I need you." And they all drop everything that they have going on in their lives and rush back to meet her. And come to find out, her father, who had gone missing as when they were kids, his body has been found now, and I want to say it's like 30 years later, something like that. So like we get a lot of insight into the past, and secrets ensue, and it is a very good story. I will say that I struggled a little bit with this one compared to the others. And I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just, it seemed like it was really slow going, and it was probably like maybe 150 pages before I was even really sure what this was about, because it just seemed like a lot of pointless flashbacks and stuff, but it didn't really seem to get to the major plot until about that point. But after it did, I really enjoyed it. In the number 4 spot, I have chosen In a Dark Wood. I do have a review for this, a detailed review that I will link down below for you guys. This is a story of a bachelorette party gone wrong. This girl goes to a bachelorette party for somebody that she hasn't seen in many years, and somebody dies, in the mystery that unfolds around that. I'm not going to go into this anymore. I'll just link the review down below for you guys. I thought this was a little bit predictable. In the end, the rest of it was written awesome, but the end I did feel was predictable, but this was her debut novel, so that's not all that shocking to me. Her writing definitely improved as time went on, but this was still a very engaging story. In the number 3 spot, I have The Woman in Cabin 10. This story has a lot of controversy behind it on BookTube, I feel. I see a lot of people saying that they liked it and a lot of people saying that they didn't. For me, it was in the middle of the spectrum. I liked it. I didn't love it. But I did enjoy it. This is a story about a woman who, after a terrifying experience, a break-in in her home, decides to go on this cruise in place of her boss who can't make it, and she works for a newspaper. So this is like I want to say it's the maiden voyage for this cruise ship. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I read this one. But she goes there in place of her boss to cover the story, and she believes she witnesses a murder in the cabin next to her, and nobody believes her because that cabin is supposedly empty, and she knows what she saw, she knows what she heard, and she has to try to take it upon herself to figure out what happened to this woman. And it's a really engaging story. I did enjoy it. The unreliable narrator thing is not something that's new to thrillers, but I enjoyed the way that she did it. It just really spoke to me. Okay. In the number 2 spot, I have the very first Ruth Ware book that I ever read, the book that started it all, the one that pulled me into her work, and that is The Death of Mrs. Westway. Oh my gosh. The Death of Mrs. Westaway is so creepy. It's got so many crazy vibes to it. This follows a woman named Hal who is on the brink of financial ruin, and she owes money to loan sharks, and she does not know how she is going to make those payments. She's really starting to worry for her life. And then out of nowhere, she receives this envelope from a lawyer stating that she is the heir of this estate, of her grandmother's estate. Now, she believes that this is wrong. She believes that her grandmother died when she was a child, as far as she is aware. And she thinks, what's the harm? Because she does have the same name. So she decides to go along with this and pretend to be this long-lost granddaughter to get this estate, because this family is relatively wealthy. And she does look that up before she makes this decision. She's like, well, they can spare the money. And doesn't make it right. But she was in a desperate situation. So she goes out there for the funeral and to meet the rest of the family. And she starts learning things that she was not aware of, and realizes that her mother actually was related to these people. So she begins uncovering things about her past and her lineage that she was never even aware of before. I thought that it was beautifully written. It was creepy. The mansion kind of had like this gothic vibe to it, and it was just one of a kind. I really enjoyed this, and I found it to be extremely, extremely unique. I don't know why I never did a review for this one, but that might be on the docket very, very soon. And my number 1 book of Ruth Ware's, and it was my favorite book of 2019, is The Turn of the Key. I do have a full review for this, which I will also link below for you guys. But this story is a kind of a retelling of The Turn of the Screw, but it goes its own way. And this is a story of a woman who takes on a nanny position. And as soon as she gets there, the parents take off, like the very next morning, and leave her with these children. And she is a virtual stranger to them. The house is a smart house, in part. Like, part of it is still like the old-fashioned Victorian home, and the other half of it is a smart house with fingerprint recognition and security cameras in every single room. And all of these weird things start happening, and she begins to believe that the home is haunted. There is a door in her bedroom that has a key that she cannot, that has a keyhole, a lock that she cannot get into. And she believes she hears footsteps over her head every single night, and the kids say strange things. She finds a secret garden on the property that has poisonous plants in it, and she just starts trying to uncover the secret of this property, find out what's in this secret room, and what is going on with these creepy kids that she is nannying, because they are kind of creepy. I'm not going to go into it too much more because I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, but just check out that review down in the description. Okay, and that is all that I have for you guys today. If you liked this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.